Alright, so hey everyone, be sure to drop a like as we have more updates on the Shiba Inu token burn. So huge petition is going out there right now, and a lot of people have been demanding a token burn. Now, if you drop a like, others can see this, and perhaps we can actually receive that token burn we all wanted. So kindly request to burn the Shiba token supply, and the petition is designed to kindly request of Shiba Inu coin to develop a policy to burn significant amount of the Shiba Inu token supply in the long run. So here's what I'm thinking could happen. Perhaps when Shiba Swap is released, we could be seeing some of the developers update that a tax would be implemented, or some sort of a tax that would burn 1% of the transactions. And that would be simply awesome. Now, we all know that 600 trillion out of 1 quadrillion SHIB token is now available in the market. And a lot of these coins are actually lost, which I'll be going later on. And something like this happened for Ethereum, but most of these questions who we want to invest is how long will we make to profit. The Shiba Inu pricing is aiming for $1. It's all true, I think it's aiming for 1 cent, but it will reach that threshold exactly as anybody's guess. Developing a policy that could burn some SHIB circulating supply will let Shiba Inu reduce, for example, this 10-year period to 5 years. And 5 years to get to $1, that would be crazy. I think it would reach 1 cent at some point. But this policy allows Shiba to attract more investors, drive up prices through demand, and more significantly, turn Shiba a stable crypto and a viable payment globally. This is the future we all desire. With a huge change in supply, SHIB will be listed on more known exchanges such as Coinbase, which it already did. It's a win-win result that could happen, decreasing the amount of the token. At 5,000 signatures, this petition is more likely to get picked up by local use. And a token burn would be a great way to actually reach that 1 cent price point. It would reach 1 cent pretty much soon. From what I do know though, there's another way to actually increase the supply, or to actually increase the demand, not a supply by itself, decreasing the supply by simply staking your tokens. So in the new Shiba Swap update, if you stake your Shiba Inu coins, you get, simply put, bone. But instead, you must not sell your tokens or coins. And that will increase the demand for the coin by itself by shortening the supply. Now, we can see so many holders out here. The most important thing I can see here, and that's something I have been looking for quite some time. Vitalik has burned 40% of the coins. 1% was somehow burned. There was probably a community donation so far, but we're still a very long way. So people are expecting for it to reach $1, we would need 58% burned. And that's not possible. That would be 99% together. That would be just crazy. I know a lot of these whales wouldn't, donate anything because, simply put, it's their money, and that's completely fine. And we also have to count in the exchanges. They wouldn't, just drop their liquidity into a burn. So what we need to see is more demand for the coin, and that's very simply put. We just need a few people getting into this coin and actually investing into it. So if we check the analytics over here, this is when the price was the highest. And there was no token burns here. There was just, a lot of transfer amount, a lot of unique receivers, a lot of unique senders, and, a big transfer count so far. So the demand is what drives the price up. Yes, decreasing the supply is one way, but it's not working for SafeMoon. Now, this is just my own honest opinion. I think, SafeMoon is a great coin. However, I do think if you want a coin to actually drive its prices up, you have to do a very simple thing. And that is increase its demand by providing utility. Either be that Shiba Swap, either be that, a huge partnership with Amazon, with Robinhood, with Coinbase. A burn would be appreciated. We saw a lot of transfer amounts over here. We saw a lot of great things. But right now, we're over here. We're still having a lot of transfers, but not as much as we did before. Now, Bitcoin price drops below 30K for the first time since January, and I wanted to make it pretty clear that we're not going to be seeing any price increases, even if we got 10% burn if Bitcoin falls down. The decline brings the year-to-date gain to just 3% according to Coin20 Desk data, and the cryptocurrency traded at 30,000 shortly before press time, bringing the year-to-date down to just 3%. The drop comes after a day from People Bank of China ordered the country's major financial institutions to stop facilitating cryptocurrencies and signal at the end of 4 long week consolidation. So we were going before 30 and 40K, and now we're finally seeing big drops. And I think after a big drops, we could be seeing a big increase. But the market looks out with the demand side pressures weakening in the wake of regulatory fears, with the Federal Reserve's Rick hawkish tilt. There's no direct evidence showing people in China are buying the Bitcoin dip, as shown in Tether. USDT index, the value hovered at 99 for the last few weeks in June, which shows a slight discount in trading in USDT. So people are buying less and less of USDT from what I'm seeing so far, and there's little evidence of dip demand. People are still sidelined. So people are not buying the dip. People are selling off right now. And Bitcoin peaked above 64,000 in mid-April and fell by 35% in May on the back concerns regarding the negative environmental impact of cryptocurrency mining and renewed regulatory crackdown in China. What I do know, though, is it's very important that we could be seeing such a downtrend through the summer. Now, a price burn would definitely help Shiba Inu, yes. But a swap is much more important, and I think it would drive the prices up to 1 cent. With a DAO governance, which means, there could be multiple teams working for Shiba Inu, we will be getting updates faster than ever before. What we need for Bitcoin right now is to reach those positive trends again, and we're not sure when that will be happening. Unless you're a wizard, you probably won't know. As such, Bitcoin dominance rate, or the top cryptocurrency share in the total market, has hit 1 month high above 47%. If the market falls, Bitcoin should fall less than the altcoin we're seeing recently, and if the sentiment recovers, Bitcoin will go more than the altcoins. So Bitcoin is still the king here, and no one else is. We could be seeing more things in the future. Key support is now located at 27,000. The focus would shift to early December highs around 19,000, and that's what we saw in early December. 20K. I think we could be dropping below 25K at some point. Now, at the time this video is out, something very important is Buterin actually made money from Dogecoin. So a lot of us could, get on the Shiba Inu train. Again, not financial advice, but I think it's pretty clear that if we get some kind of burn, we could be profiting off Shiba Inu. Buterin 28 has sent roughly half the supply of Shiba Inu, Akita Inu, and Dogecoin Mars coins by their creators, possibly as a way for tokens to gain credibility through association with a Canadian Russian billionaire. Buterin made headlines last month when he sold the tokens and gave the proceeds to charity. And what we saw, people were talking this about Brookpool, but it's a big donation. And Buterin said that tokens creators had dumped the tokens into a cold wallet he couldn't easily access. He was stuck in Singapore amid the virus restrictions, which he had to split the private key to the wallet into 2 pieces of paper at his family's home in Canada. So, it's basically they sent them to a cold wallet, and what we can see so far is, simply put, he did not know and he did not have access to the wallet. I saw these dog tokens and I saw more and more people talking about them. And at some point, I realized these things are worth billions of dollars. And there's lots of really good things you could do with that. And Buterin said he decided to power through and sell the tokens despite the hassle. So he also burned a lot from what I'm seeing. He cracked open that cold wallet for security's sake. Buterin needed to empty it. And the wallet contained 25,000 Ether. Imagine if you're just holding 1 billion at your parents' house. Now that would be crazy. But it was definitely stressing out for a few days and triple checking the new wallet. I even did a bit of an audit for the code myself. And multi-signature wallet had a bug in it, or he made some mistake in the transfer that would cost him all his Ethereum. So the whole process, Buterin said, involved all sorts of stuff that 10 years ago you expect to be a part of cyberpunk science fiction novel, but now it's all real. He did manage to sell about millions of dollars in tokens, funds he gave to charity. Buterin said 30,000 Ethereum to give well, and that's what we saw. He gave a lot of his Ethereum to actually donations, and billions of SHIB tokens to Crypto Relief, a charity set up to help India. The rest tokens he burned and destroyed. And that's actually crazy. He destroyed a lot of these. If he's burning these tokens, I think another burn could definitely happen. Yes, the 40% burn was great. But if Friedman had any regrets, Buterin said that there would be probably things he could have done better. But in talking with the charities, he's been impressed by how much money they were able to raise. I probably could have done better by talking with some of the traders and actually ensuring that they do an amazing job of maximizing the value of them all. But it was very stressful at the time, and I did have to act quickly. So it's a bit of luck. I'm just happy that everything was able to turn out as well as it did. And he made a $4 million profit. Now, the most important thing is we probably missed the Dogecoin hype trade. well, not just yet, but if Dogecoin goes to $1, that's a 5x. If Shiba Inu goes, to $1 or 1 cent, that is crazy money. That is crazy money, and people are gonna be throwing parties. He said that he invested 25,000 on the meme coin in 2014. And what even are dog coins? It's like one interesting thing about the coin that there's no logo of the dog somewhere, but of course that ends up being one of the best investments I ever made. So Dogecoin skyrocketed in value at the beginning of the year, in part thanks to tweets from Elon Musk. But when Dogecoin pumped this year, he called some of his friends, told them to drop everything and scramble. They sold half his Dogecoins at 7 cents for 0.3 million and felt like it was such an amazing trader as the price dropped back down again to 4 cents. So, I mean, Dogecoin is much more right now, but hey, he sold it for 4 million. And reaching as high as 70 cents for May, it was trading at 37 cents this afternoon. And he would definitely sell it for a lot more. And that's what's happening with people, selling their tokens right now. Just before the swap update, just before the burn update, they're selling all their coins and never looking back into Shiba Inu. And if you sell at, 1/100th of a cent for Shiba Inu instead of selling at 1 cent, I think this tells you how much potential gains you missed out on. Doge becoming this big phenomenon when there's a lot of people that this heard of Doge, they have not even heard of Ethereum, is even something that I was not predicting, he said. And I think it's pretty important and very clear that meme coins are going to be around for some time. I think Shiba Inu is going to be around even if Bitcoin drops to $2. Shiba Inu is still going to have, some value, especially because meme coins actually do grow as fast. Now, some meme coins actually do die as fast because they are very volatile, but the big coins that have a big volume will most likely not drop. So what I'm seeing so far, we also saw a big burn in Ethereum. So this could be happening in Shiba Inu in the future, one of the big whales, and I really do hope not, because this is a lot of money, losing their wallets. And if they lose their wallets, they basically kind of burn 1% of their tokens. A Fireblocks employee allegedly did not protect or back up his private keys to a digital wallet, which were then deleted, and he lost over 70 million of Ethereum. And it tells you that if you're not careful, it could be happening for Shiba Inu as well. It happened for Dogecoin, someone losing 1% of the total Dogecoin supply, and now they can never use these coins ever again. They're just, you never know if they were burned or not, but it's pretty clear that they will not be usable anymore. So I know a lot of wallets are actually lost as, I'm speaking, but that's a terrible thing, because usually these coins actually they could be millionaires if they just secure their wallets even more. But crypto staking platform Stakeout filed a lawsuit against Fireblocks, and a Fireblocks employee allegedly did not protect or back up private keys to a digital wallet, which were then deleted, preventing Stakeout from accessing its assets. This is a human error committed by an employee of the defendants who worked in an unstable work environment. And the defendant irrevocably lost access to the plaintiff's digital assets, which were deposited in the e-wallet provided by the defendant, causing the loss of 38,000 Ethereum. That's a lot of money, equivalent to nearly 72 billion at the time of the writing. So that's a 70 billion token burn for Ethereum we're never going to see again, sadly. But I think this pretty clearly indicates you that, there's a lot of holders over here who could just lose their wallets at any time if they don't protect them. We're seeing the same thing while Vitalik already donated and burned all of the coins. We could be seeing something like that in the future. Yes, at the time I'm making this video, Ethereum is dropping even with the big burns happening. This is just a small drop. If Ethereum has a volume of 33 billion or so, 70 million is not that much. But if this happens for Shiba Inu, that would be just crazy. So I definitely don't think Ethereum is opposed to dog coins. I kind of want the fans to feel like Ethereum is at least a bit in itself a dog coin, on whether he fears Dogecoin. And he probably should fear Shiba Inu, but Ethereum and Shiba Inu are completely different, so I definitely do think they could co-live. If Doge wants to somehow bridge to Ethereum and then people can trade Doge thousands of times a second inside a loop rig, that would be amazing. But I think Shiba Inu is the new Doge. So if Ethereum sees potential in Shiba Inu by donating the coins, I think there could be a lot of potential for them replace the Doge for SHIB. There's a lot wrong with the world and just money. I'm not one of the people who thinks that they get rid of fiat currency and replace it with cryptocurrency. conspiracy, then suddenly wars are going away. There's a lot of quotes he has said, but I mostly want to point out the Shiba Inu ones. For every poster that was saying, no, why did Vitalik rug pull on us? This is what he commented. His wallet was supposed to be a burn address. There was 10 people that were like, oh, I just thought it was because it's a fun pyramid gambling thing. But instead, I ended up being part of a great public thing that's good for humanity, and that's even more amazing. The amount of that I got was very impressive. So all in all, I think the dog people did great, and basically saying to us, you know, that really, really nice things are happening. On the reaction of Shiba Inu community to his burning and Dogecoins, which a lot of people were not happy, but it saved lives, and now India is considering adding crypto as an asset. Before they were considering banning it, but after seeing the big donation, I'm guessing. And obviously there's a parallel universe in which I did better, but at the same time there's a lot of parallel universes where, because I hesitated more and tried to spend more time thinking, I missed the opportunity on whether he handled donating Shiba Inu tokens the right way. So he has made many donations, especially with the Shiba Inu coins. They were his coins, and I think we could be seeing a lot more burns in the future. Now, he has said to not send any coins anymore, and we already know this message from a long time ago, but it clearly indicates you that there's a lot more potential for Shiba Inu to be burned. I think this team has actually said there's going to be some sort of a burn, but that is what I'll keep you updated. So be sure to subscribe for more content like this and drop a like. Thank you for watching this longer video, and see you until next time. Peace, everyone.